Well, hello. Solomon right here. I know you're wondering, what are you doing in Alaska? Well, let me take you back to where it all began. A few months ago, I started applying for colleges, and I was in North Carolina, and I was like, well, it doesn't hurt to apply to a school. I wanted to go to a school that was like 3 hours away from where I live. So that would have been easier. Not really easier, but that would have been like you're not really far from home. You can go back home during the weekends. It's not a big of a deal. But Alaska also stood out for me in some ways that I'll probably disclose some other time. So I applied to Alaska and I applied to that school, but I didn't apply quick enough to that school, and it kind of took a while. The application process took a while, but I applied for Alaska and like that, the application kind of went through. So I was left in a very, very hard position because I was like, really moving out to Alaska, going out to a place that I really do not know is very, very, very difficult. But then I either had to come to Alaska or really stay in North Carolina for another year. I could have gone to school there, but it's like, it's probably good to move out from the family a little bit just to focus on my studies a little bit. Um, yeah, so that is where it all began. Then the hard part was going out around telling people or telling my family and friends, colleagues at work that, well, in a month time I'm moving to Alaska. It was really quick. But everyone kind of looked at me like, what are you doing? Do you really know what you're doing? I was like, yeah, I guess I'm just going to school. It's not really that big of a deal. Everyone was like, do you really know where Alaska is? I'm like, no. Do you know that Alaska is cold? I'm like, I mean, yeah, I guess everyone knows Alaska is cold. They're like, it's not your average cold. It's not the usual cold. It's cold, cold. I'm like, well, I guess I'll have to leave. And everyone was kind of skeptical with Alaska. But I spoke to a friend, and they were like, well, if you really want to move to Alaska, it's not really crazy because people live in Alaska and they have lived in Alaska for years. So if they can survive Alaska, you can. I'm like, that's really true. I can survive Alaska. Well, I am surviving right now, so that's where it really came true. So I had to talk to my counselor type of thing. So it's more like incoming students. You have to talk to the counselor and trying to they kind of help you. The counselor is a female in my case, and she kind of helped me just to make you feel at home before coming here. So she kind of gets you in the system, trying to help you answer your questions and stuff like that. And it was really cool to talk to her. She helped me with everything. And then after that, I had to talk to an advisor. My not financial advisor. I wish I had a financial advisor. Um, my academic advisor. She, the advisor is also a female, which eh, was, I mean, it's nice. It's a female, and she was really nice too. She was really nice. She was helping me set up my classes, helping me with the same like the counselor did, being like, it's really fine. Alaska's there's just setting you up for success, setting you up for just to let you know what to expect, and being like, this is what Alaska is. This is what the school is like. You're gonna find this. You're gonna do this. If you have problems, just email me, and we can go over stuff. You'll be fine. And letting you know the stuff you need to pack for school and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, it's not really bad as it seems. And I didn't really put my mind into it because I'm one type of person that is like, well, if I have to do something or if something is approaching, I don't really think of it because it's like, why do I have to put myself through that? I just wait for it to happen. And the day came for me to leave. I think that was when it kind of set in, and I was like, am I really doing this? But I always had it in my mind that if I come, or if I come to Alaska and I don't really like it, I always joke that if I don't like it, then the next day I'm going back home. It's simple as that. It's not that big of a deal. So the day it came and I had to leave, and it was a long flight. It was like 10 hours. The whole journey was like 10 hours. The flight wasn't 10 hours. It was like layover 5 hours. And then, yeah. So it was a connecting flight, stuff like that. But the whole journey was like 10 hours, which is 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 a journey. But yeah, everything went well. Came in and we landed at like 5 p.m. Alaskan time. 5 p.m. Alaskan time. And kind of had to go to Walmart and go get some stuff for the dorm just to get my room situated. Then I got to the school at 7. When I came to the school at 7 p.m., I had an RA that helped us kind of settle in for the night and gave us our keys and stuff. Well, and that was when my journey began as an Alaskan. Well, I consider myself I consider myself an Alaskan. I've only lived here for 2 months. Oh, 2 years. Oh my God, what am I saying? I've only lived here for 2 months. So I know technically I'm not Alaskan. By the letter of the law, I'm not Alaskan, but I consider myself Alaskan. Oh, I am Alaskan. So yeah, that's how it went. Everything went kind of good. It went well the first night. Being away from home, I've always been away from home, but not to that extent of being like for that long period of time, for this long period of time, right? Um, so the first night, I think that was when it was like, are you really ready for this? So when I was back home in North Carolina, it was like going to college, but I go back home because the college was like 30 minutes away from home, so I can easily go back home. I don't need to stay. But here it's like you can't go home. You have to be here for the whole semester. And the first night was like, oof, you're really away from home. I didn't really sleep well that night. I woke up at like slept at like 12, woke up at like 5 a.m., which usually isn't me. I sleep kind of late. And yeah, it's currently 1:30 in the morning, so I see, as you can see, I kind of sleep late and wake up not really early, but around 8 to 9 a.m., depending on what I have to do during the day. So I kind of slept late that day because I was dreading to sleep, and then I woke up at 5 a.m., which you can tell maybe I was jet lagged, or because the time difference is different. It's like 4 hours different, so maybe it's the time difference. But the first night was, oof, and I woke up the next day, and that is when it took off. That is when everything was like, you're really in the right place. When I woke up, everyone was really welcoming everyone. Because when I arrived, it was late at night, so almost everyone was asleep or in their dorm rooms. But when I woke up, everyone was really welcoming. The school I'm at is not really a big school. I think it's less than 500 students, so it's not really a big school. Less than 300 students, I would say. So it's not really a big school. The class size are like 10 students, depending on the class. Because if you have a class like biology or physics, you expect those classes to be big. Like the science classes, you expect those classes. The class that requires going to a lab, you expect those ones to be a little bit bigger. But the typical normal class, like a math class, English class, no, really big. It's like less than 15 students in a class, so it's really a small school. So everyone was really welcoming because they really knew that they were all waiting for you to come. They were all like, "Oh, are you Solomon?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." And then they were like, "We were all expecting you to come," because I came in like I got here like a month late because my classes didn't start as regular. So everyone else came in a month or two early for orientation or their classes, but I kind of came in late, a month late. So it was like everyone was kind of waiting to see who this Solomon is. So they're like, "You Solomon?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, nice to meet you. We were all expecting you to come. We were waiting for you." I'm like, "Wow, that kind of feels that makes you kind of feel like special in a type of way." I'm not really the outgoing type of person. I'm not extroverted. I'm more like, oof. I mean, I do talk, but it's more like I only speak when I need to talk. Like I only speak when I need to talk, and when necessary. If it's not, I'm really like just smile and laugh, and I mean that's it. So it's like, wow, that's really nice. And they kind of showed you around the school. But like, this is where you go if you need this. This is the cafeteria. This is this. This is that. This is the financial office. This is this. This is the consular office. This is the RA office. This is the number if you need this. I was like, wow. Do you need this? If someone's going out, they're like, do you really need it? Oh, do you want to come with me to this place? I'm like, wow, this place is really, really, really cool. I'm like, maybe, but then it was more like, oh, well, are they just being nice because it's the first time meeting them? Kind of gave them the benefit of the doubt. But that continued. Then I went to the cafeteria to have my breakfast. Because, yeah, we have food provided in the school. Like, we have meal plans for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And went to the cafeteria the next day for breakfast. And the chefs in the cafeteria were like, we met this lady. She's a really nice lady. We call her like our mother. She's more like a mom. She's really nice. She's this really short white lady. She's really nice. So we met her and she was like, "Are you new here?" Like, yeah. I mean, yeah, she gonna tell because she knows everyone by their names and by their faces. So coming in first and look at me, I stand out. So so she was like, "Are you new here?" Like, yeah. "Oh, you're Solomon?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then they were like, because yeah, I came in with someone else. And we're like, "Yeah, we were expecting you people." I'm like, "Wow, that's nice." And they were like, "Well, welcome. This is Alaska. Blah blah blah. And this is for breakfast today. Try this. I made this. Um, just let me know if you need anything, and we will go from there." Then yeah, it's the first time you're meeting them for the first time. It was you're kind of shy, and then you're like, "Yeah, thank you for that." Had the breakfast. We had breakfast, and then kind of like went around the school making just because classes were supposed to start. I mean, my classes were supposed to start like 2 days after I got here. So, because I didn't come here, sorry. So I didn't come as early for the orientation. So had to go around the school. It's not a big school. Had to go around the school and make sure I know where my classes are, because you don't want to be the person that is like going around when it's time to go to class, going around trying to find your classes in the last minute. I mean, it's not bad because you will find people who will help you, but it's always advisable to just go around, just kind of get a feel of the environment and know where classes are, which is really helpful. Um, I may not be talking as loud because I have my roommate in the other room, and I don't want to be, it's just it's really late, and I don't want to be really loud. Yeah. By the way, so went around, knew my classes, found a little, found some people in the way, and we are like, "Do you know where this class is?" And they were like, "Yeah." They left what they were doing, helped. It was like they knew. I mean, they can tell that you're not from here. You can really tell that you're not from here, because come on, it's like they all knew one another. So it's really a diverse community. It's really diverse. I mean, the school, not really. I mean, coming, because from the airport to the school is like a 10-15 minute drive. Yeah, so you get to see a lot of people, and I've gone to Walmart, so I've seen people. It's a diverse community. I've seen black people, I've seen white people, I've seen Mexicans, I've seen everyone. I've seen Alaskans, native, I've seen everyone. So it's really a diverse community. Um, yeah. So that was more of the first day, and everyone was really welcoming. The teachers are really nice. Everyone is really welcoming. And after the first class, everyone was like, Solomon, Solomon, Solomon this, Solomon that. Solomon, how you liking this place? Solomon this. I'm like, wow, this place is really, really, it has really exceeded my expectation. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting it to be more of just another school, because you have most schools that are like that. But with Alaska, it's more like a, it's a really, really close knit community. I mean, maybe it's just my school, but it's really a good community. That's why I said I am Alaskan, even though I have only been here for 2 months. I consider myself Alaskan. I may not be a resident of Alaska, but I consider myself Alaskan. So deal with it. Um, yeah. So that was more of the first day, the experience, and from there, everything has been uphill. Everything has been uphill. It has been really, really, really nice. Alaska is a beautiful place. I'm gonna tell you that. Alaska is really a beautiful place. Driving around, um, just soaking everything in. Cause got an Uber from the airport, so it's like you're really not in the driver's seat. You're really like focusing on the view. A lot of mountains, a lot of trees, which really North Carolina has a lot of trees, but with Alaska, there's just something to it. The the mountain is just they're just close to nature. It's like they embrace nature. So that was really really nice. It's a really nice scene. The chefs, if I miss breakfast and go to go to lunch, because I'm usually not a breakfast person. I'm not really the type of person that wakes up and eat breakfast. I do sometimes, but I'm not really the type of person. Sometimes if I miss breakfast, it's not really a big of a deal. I'm more of the lunch and dinner and late night snacks. So I'm more like, yeah, those type like the night owl. So I'm not really a breakfast person. But if I miss breakfast and then go to lunch, the chefs they always make sure that I'm good. So they're like, we didn't see you at breakfast. What's wrong? Is everything okay? And then you're like, yeah, I just slept in. And they're like, oh, okay, let's go. Like they want to know how your day is. They want to know that you're doing fine. If they see you and they see that you don't really look good, they make sure that you're good. What's wrong? You say, I have a headache. Oh, I don't feel good. They're like, oh, that's really sorry about that. And they try to give you some. They try to help you. Oh, this is you can have this soup. You should have this. They just will really help. Have this. Drink this. I'm like, oh, it's just nice. Yeah, Alaska is really a beautiful place. Not just nature, not just the nature, but the people are really nice. The people are really nice. My classmates, the chefs, faculty, staff, everyone is really, really nice. And they talk to you when they see you. Most places don't. Most places don't. I've been to a couple, a couple schools, and they don't. They just see you as just another human. I mean, they're respectful to see you as another human, but with Alaska, it's more. It's just something to it. It's just something to Alaska that we don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. There's just something about Alaska. Everyone is nice. They come over to you, talk to you, trying to get you involved. Oh, Solomon, we're doing this today. Do you want to join? Oh, Solomon, this, oh, that. It's really nice. And then when you need help, when you talk to someone, they always respond. Always. So that's really nice with Alaska. Um, yeah, and I've done stuff. I've not really done stuff, but what I mean is the typical stuff that usually I won't think of doing. 5 months ago, if you told me, um, would you want to go hike a mountain? I'd be like, what? That's usually not. I mean, it's the stereotype. Black people don't do stuff like that. But I've hiked a mountain. I've hiked a mountain. Yeah, I've gone over a mountain. Not really over a mountain, but you know what I mean. I've hiked a mountain. Not really to the top, but I've gone to like halfway, a decent height. Um, I've been invited to go um, ski, skiing. I've been invited to go skiing, but I've always been like, oh yeah, not maybe not today because homework and stuff, to school. But I will go hike. I'll go skiing one day. Yeah, I'll try go skiing one day because it's a one in a lifetime opportunity. I can always be like, oh, I've hiked a mountain. Oh, I've skied. Oh, I've done this. Oh, I've sledded. I mean, it's once in a lifetime opportunity. So, yeah, Alaska is really, really, really nice. Um, yeah, one thing I'll say is, it gets cold, but I think you need to be you need to be used to it because the people that have been here for all their life or the people that have been here for a long time um, really embrace or really are used to the weather. I've seen people walk around with shirts. I love wearing shirts, but I've never never worn one. I mean, I'm wearing this in here. It's not really cold in here, but I just have a messy hair. My hair is a bit messy, so that's just it. But when I go outside, or let's say walk into class, I have my beanie on. I have my um, just a jacket or a windbreaker. It's not really cold right now, because I say stuff like so. This is how I say stuff because I like breaking down stuff. Just I don't know. That's just how I am. I just like breaking down stuff for people to understand more. So I'm more like they're like, oh, it's the winter. I'm like, yeah. I mean, right now it's the winter. It's not the winter. Like double up on words. That means it's extreme. So right now it's more like last week it went down to like 17 degrees, 14 degrees. So it was cold, but I was like, just the wind. But I've been told that it goes down to the negatives. So that's when I start being like, oh, that's the winter. So, yeah. Um, well, it gets cold. I mean, coming from North Carolina kind of gets cold in the wintertime. But come on, let's be real. Sometimes it's not really cold as in here. The coldest it gets here is what North Carolina is. It doesn't really snow in North Carolina. I mean, not really snow a lot as here, so it's not really cold as expected. I mean, everyone was like, Alaska's gonna be really cold. You're gonna be freezing. Well, I guess I'm freezing. I'm not really, but yeah, I love Alaska. Will I do this again? Yes, absolutely. I'll do this without a heartbeat. Oh, without a heartbeat, is that even a saying? I'll do this in a heartbeat. Yeah, I'll come back to Alaska for sure, for sure. I mean, I do technically live in Alaska right now, so for the semester, for the academic year, I'm in Alaska, so I'm an Alaskan. I'll say it again. I'm an Alaskan. I'm an Alaskan. So yeah, Alaska is really, really nice. What else? What else? What? Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of. I've encountered a moose and a calf, a moose and a cow. Is it a cow? Yeah, like a moose, a mama moose, and a baby moose. They call the baby moose a cow or something like that. Yes, I've encountered it. Encountered it when I just came here. I was like, oh, I want to see a moose. I want to see a moose. But now it's more like, ugh, I'm used to a moose, so it's not really like. I'm not. I mean, I'm still in awe when I see them, but I'm not usually like, ooh, that's a moose. Ooh. I mean, you just need to be careful. Because today I was walking to class and going through the trail, and there was the moose and the mama moose, like how I call it, the mama moose and the baby moose, laying down there like 300 feet from me. That was, oof. But then it was like, well, just don't, just just don't provoke them. I mean, don't go close to them. It makes sense because they're like, they're tall. They're they're maybe taller than me because I'm like 6'1". So a mama moose or a daddy moose will be like 6'6" or something like that. They're like tall, really tall and huge. So you don't really want to mess with those things. But they're really nice. I've seen those. I haven't seen a bear yet. I mean, I don't want to see. I don't want to see one. Maybe, maybe I do want to see one. But then once you see one, it's like, ooh, that means they're really close to you. So I don't think I really want to see one. I mean, it would be nice to see one in the distance and be like, oh, that's it. But I don't really want to encounter. I mean, knock on wood. I don't want to. I don't want to see one. But yeah, Alaska's really beautiful. I love the place. Um, and it will be Thanksgiving in a few days. It will be the first Thanksgiving without family. But guess what? I am around family. Everyone here is close. It's like a family in here. So I'm not really. It's not really bad. I mean, I'm not with my blood family, but I'm here with my family. So I'm living life in here. Alaska's really nice. The food is good. Ugh, I've had reindeer. I've had reindeer sausage. I mean, the food is good. So yeah, I love Alaska. And whenever I call, like whenever I talk to my mom back home, whenever I talk to people back home, they always say, "Oh, you're gaining a lot of." Yeah. So I'm prepared for the winter. I'm prepared for it. I think I should be fine. I don't really go out as much because I'm usually in school. Go to school, go to the cafeteria, come back to my room because I'm not really the outdoor type of person. So I think I'll be good for the winter month. I mean, my room is warm right now, so I think I'll be good. Yeah, it's gonna be harsh, but it's a nice experience. Will I advise anyone to come to Alaska? Yes, 100% come to Alaska. Alaska is a nice place. But I'm just talking from my experience because I've not really encountered like the outside because I'm usually in the school, like in the school premises. So my words may not be, or my experience may not be the same as someone out there or someone else who lives in Alaska or goes around in Alaska. But I've not. I've been here for 2 months, and the the the, the most I've been outside of the school campus is going hiking, or yeah, from the airport to the school. So that's like the most. I'm usually in the school premises. So my experience maybe, or is, I mean technically is going to be different from someone else. But yeah, there's just me kind of talking nonsense to people. There's just me kind of talking nonsense. But yeah, that was. I think that's it. I mean, as much as I love Alaska, as much as I like Alaska, I'm kind of like. I mean, after 2 months, I'm really a family guy. I'm family oriented, family oriented. Yeah, family oriented. Um, I want to go back home. Not really like go back home, but I mean it's going home. But I want for the Christmas holidays. I have the option of staying here or going home. Well, the Christmas holidays like a month, so I'm excited to go back home, see my family. Um, yeah, that's really nice to go back and see them, and then come back to my second home. So, because I love this place. Yeah, so that's technically my journey. That's technically how Alaska has treated me. So, from one Alaskan to another, or from one Alaskan to someone thinking of Alaska. Don't think of Alaska like, oh, it's just cold. Oh, why are you going to Alaska? No one lives in Alaska. No, people live in Alaska. I'm right now in Alaska. It's a nice place. And yeah, well, that's it. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye bye.